What's up, guys? It's your boy Juice. Brothers and sisters. So, I wanted to talk about something that just brought was brought to my attention. I like watching Apocalypse Now. Paul Romano. He's a pretty funny guy. Look at the comments there. Look at the comments. 88. We'll have to gematria that here in a second. Um, which is odd because I've just now noticed the comments. And this could be the Lord speaking to me. And what I want to get at is the other day, I gematriaed something. I should have recorded it. I should have taken pictures like I usually do, just for visual evidence. The gematria was telling me about the mark of the beast. Look at the views. 1-1. Comments 88. So our gematria number would probably be 2059, which we'll do that here in a second. Here we go. Let me get together what I'm trying to say here. So the gematria told me about Mark of the Beast. Tell people Mark of the Beast. Tell people about the Mark of the Beast. Mark of the Beast. Whether the Mark of the Beast is the V, I have no idea. We don't know what the Mark of the Beast is. A lot of people correlate the Mark of the Beast to the V, and reason being is because for a time, you couldn't go to a restaurant, you couldn't fly in a plane, you couldn't, no man may buy, sell, or trade. Okay, and there was a strong correlation with that, but it wasn't like that everywhere. Here in Texas, people didn't have to get it. Okay, and if you were fortunate enough to skip all that crap, more kudos to you. With that being said, there's a lot of nursing homes here in this town. Okay, this is like a retirement community. And how do you say, a lot of the elder were convinced to get it. There wasn't no fighting it. There wasn't no, I'm against it or anything like that. A lot of the elder were convinced to get it. A lot of them willingly got the V. Okay? Just want everybody to know that. A lot of the elders were convinced to get it. And that's because of a lot of the elders in these retirement homes, they just sit there and watch the news all day. They watch Tucker Carlson, they watch CNN, they watch Good Morning America, they watch all that stuff all day. So they're glued to the TV because there's not much to do besides, extracurricular activities that they offer them and blah, blah, blah. But most of them just lay there in the bed and watch the news. So they were convinced. They didn't fight it whatsoever. They were convinced that it would be better for them because the elders were the targeted individuals for the most part. Okay? So pretty much all of them got the V. Okay? With that being said, there's been a couple of deaths. You would think that the nurses are used to seeing this death, which they are. There's death on a daily basis at the retirement homes, okay? With that being said, there was one death that occurred not too long ago, and a lot of the nurses were horrified. And the reason being is because the look on the lady's face was of terror. Okay? They came back. They knew she was dying. She was on hospice, but when she had passed and somebody came to check on her, a lot of the nurses went back there and they were just terrified. They'd never seen anybody with the look like that on their face. This lady had the look of terror. So, one of the nurses was asking me, do you think they went to hell? I said, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. It looks like it, but we can't say that for every death that occurs. With that being said, I came across Paul Romano's channel, and he is showing some excerpts from camera footage, and you got to see this.
How I'll do these things in the order I have them up. But I've come up with a new award for people.
I'm just going to go ahead and let him talk.
Which you'll see in a bit. But here is a video. My wife sent me this one. And you can see these, this guy turns around, is looking around. This happens in China. And here's a guy doing it here. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but see, he's looking like there's something behind him. And then he's going to flip out and die. I'm not going to show you too many of these. Here he is on the ground. Somebody else sent me the same thing with different views of this.
I've seen that one too, and that lady just looked around, and then she just started flipping out and flops on the ground like a fish.
It's a Facebook video. You see the guy is looking around, and then he's going to flip out in a second, have some sort of reaction. See, again, I'm not going to show you the whole thing because of YouTube, but you can find these things. There's another same thing here. The guy's on the rail station flipping out. This guy, he seems to fight people like he's an invisible people here. Is it this guy? I think it is. See, he looks around. They always look over their shoulder, and he's like swatting people or something. These insects. Now, there is a couple of episodes on the show Fringe that had something like this.
Conspiracy nuts are going to have a field day.
You'd be surprised what you can make the general public believe.
And then the movie Serenity was from the show Firefly. One of the characters was looking at an octopus, like some sort of anime octopus in a bar, and it made her go into some sort of MK Ultra.
That's strange because a couple of years ago, before I got incarcerated, I started getting to know my neighbor. He was an elder man. I was going through a lot of problems. I was on a lot of drugs. I was a lost individual at that time as well. And I ended up getting to know my neighbor. He ended up befriending me, and I would like rake up his leaves and stuff like that just for free, just for the hell of it, you know what I'm saying? Just because I wanted to. I felt like I think about going back over there to see if he's still alive or if he's still around, because he allowed me to go into his house. And if you look at me, I look like a thug, man. I got tattoos all over. I was like out of my mind on drugs, but I'm not a bad person, okay? I mean, well, society made me think I'm a bad person, and for the longest time I thought I was, but it turns out I'm not that bad of a person. And he ended up telling me that it was his, so when I went into his house, I saw all this art, and I was like, amazed, because I'm an artist myself. And he was telling me that his daughter is in Jerusalem, which is interesting, because then he tells me that he's from Jerusalem. He gave me some DVDs to watch because I didn't have any like TV, like cable or anything, and like I just had a DVD player. And one of the movies he gave me was Firefly. So it's kind of funny that he mentions this here, but I don't know. Lessons of strength.